Good evening, Dark Age of Camelot community. If you've been following along with the popcorn, kind of watching on the sidelines here on my YouTube channel, I've been going back and forth with a YouTube user by the name of Yemil who does play Dark Age Camelot, but nobody's given up the names of his tunes yet. Um, but I have had help from a YouTube user that has been off of Dark Age Camelot for a while. And it's interesting because he said of how scripted the gameplay feels. Like we're just fodder for the developers to have fun and we don't even know it. Which is interesting because when I was in Heroius's battle groups, every time I called out action, mids showed up. And every time he would battle, it was with mids. Almost like it was scripted. Wait, now we got two people saying it. I better go get my tinfoil hat. Okay, anyway. So I had this James Hines post 9 hours ago while I was at work. Okay. But James Hines has nothing visible on his page, shows that he just joined August 4th, 2022. So I went ahead and sent a response to him about copyright infringement, making a joke because, they think my horrors are bad. Well, all I got to say is when you commit copyright infringement, okay, when you violate a license agreement with the person who owns the source code for a computer game, yeah, you might want to make sure you're using OSHA approved lifting techniques by bending at the knees when you drop your soap in the shower. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, and I happen to post that, and oh, lo and behold, look who responds. Imagine that. And he brings up my eating habits like Rank 5 on Inc. did the day I went to Wendy's, but I paid cash when I went to Wendy's. So how could player Rank 5 on Inc. from the previous videos have known that unless he was tapped into my phone, the OnStar module in the trunk of my car that I cut the RF cables to after that happened, or some other way? Because I used cash. Now, Yemel could say that he knows from my last video that he knows I went to Burger King because it's in my credit card history now. Okay. But Yemel's been harassing me since the point that I got hacked. Okay. And he's caught in his own lies. Okay. And he shut up for a while after that. Okay. But since we're all looking at coincidences and things like that, okay, I'm going to go ahead and continue to gather the evidence. Here we have Swiffy, who is subscribed to Liflet. Liflet is somebody else who harasses me on my YouTube channel and supports cheating in video games. He's probably a pro gamer, one of those guys. He's good at mashing the keyboard. Okay, but now while we're on Swiffy's YouTube channel, because Swiffy sure is, for being from France. But let's take a look at all these pulsing buffs. Because he didn't want to publicly answer how he has 12 pulsing buffs active at any given time while in combat. Okay? And look at this. He's getting smashed on, and, his health is barely going down. He's hitting for almost 300 damage with his melee attacks, but his strength is only 340 according to his, okay, and he's not in a group. He's not in range of a group. All right. Here's his stacked ablatives. You can't see it clearly, but... And we already know there's a bug with the stacked ablatives on the Minstrel, which means it's bugged on the Scald. But yeah, he's slamming these guys for massive damage. But his strength is only 303 here. How's he hitting so hard? Well, maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's copyright infringement. Moving on. Another player that likes to troll, okay, would be this guy here, which is... I got so many up. I have so many up now. That would be Damian Yoss. And, oh, look, Nate, the professional gamer that we had a nice little interaction. I got his address and phone numbers that are no longer in service. He did post a video of him driving a Jeep. I'm guessing he's trying to discredit me. If anything, he's got a loan on it, which means when I get paid next week, I can actually get his social security number, since I can still get those 3949A forms for tax fraud, which I'm going to get to that in a minute. Okay, then we got this guy, this Crypto or whoever he is. He's subscribed to this Crypto Mason, so I'm wondering if there's some type of professional gaming community. Oh, well, there's something he probably wishes he could have, but never will, because he doesn't know what to do with it. And it's so nice that he went ahead and subscribed to me, okay, so he can come troll me. But look who else he subscribes to. Nate. Now, this one doesn't feature any channels, but he's been pretty quiet since he tried to post about my comments about slitting their throats when I was being metaphorical for them betraying me and getting me hacked. That I was going to metaphorically slit their throats, meaning I was going to expose them, but I was going to do it facing them, meaning I was going to do it all. Okay, and this is Nate. Nate doesn't feature any other channels. He does have an about, which we've already featured. And he, is in bed with Herodias, which I said, known Realm Point farmer. Okay, here's Yemil. Now, Yemil is subscribed to a Dark Age of Camelot community called Altiri. This is where it gets interesting. Okay, here is a loading screen from one of Altiri's games on their website that they stream. That looks like an official Dark Age Camelot loading screen, but I don't ever remember Electronic Arts or Mythic putting a website to the Altiri website in any of their loading screens on the official game. Okay, here is their description, a GVG free shard. I wonder if Electronic Arts is aware of this. They've been around since January of 2013. Location, United States, so they would fall under federal copyright laws. They do have a Twitter, a Twitch. I don't know if Facebook works, but they have their own Altiri link. So I went to that. Let's see. They've been doing seasons. Now, they haven't updated this since 2020, at least for their seasons. Okay. Patches designed to encourage use of offensive abilities. What patch? Is this a patch I don't know about? Because I went through 2.5 hours of patch notes at darkageofcamelot.com. I don't remember seeing anything about this Altiri. I mean, I see Dark Age Camelot's name. I see the little, Hibernia, Midgard, like the little, I don't know what you would call that, shield but you know what I don't see at this website? I don't see Broadsword or Electronic Arts license or copyright notices anywhere. Oh, wait, there's a donate tab. Oh, let's go ahead and open that. Oh, look, you can donate money powered by Streamlabs. Name, tipped amount, your message, your username. Now, I'm not going to make a tip because obviously I don't support copyright infringement. What I can say, though, is this would probably be easily tracked by the IRS because, see, when you use like a credit card or a debit card or like a PayPal account, okay, to make one of these donations, all right, there's going to be a telephone number and a city and a state and either the name of the company or the name of the person that's receiving the money or the services that you're getting. So my guess is it'd probably be pretty easy to track. As we can see, players on this server that have last logged in is May 9th of 2022. So I mean, it's been a few months, but the server is still active. At least as far as I know. Okay. Now this is from 2018. We see they are making changes to the game. Okay. Similar to patch notes that you would see at darkagecamelot.com. They've been making patch notes quite a bit. In fact, actually, these are 2015, 2016, 2014, I think it goes all the way back to. Oh, yep, there's some 2014s in there. Okay, massive update towards 115, spec line and abilities, yada, yada, yada. Now, what does EA's user legal agreement have to say about this stuff? Because I'd imagine it's got to be in here somewhere. So you have to have an EA account. The license, they're licensed to you, not sold. You grant you a personal, limited, non-transferable, i.e. not for sharing, revocable, and non-exclusive license to use the EA services to which you have access for your non-commercial use, subject to your compliance with this agreement. You may not access, copy, modify, or distribute any EA service, content, or entitlements as those terms are defined below, unless expressly authorized by EA or permitted by law. Well, according to the YouTube channel, they're located in the US, so we can scratch permitted by law. I sure hope they have a expressed written permission agreement from Electronic Arts at this point, because I am pretty sure we are now looking at a crime in progress. A user on my YouTube that is harassing me and asking me why I keep saying it's copyright infringement is linked to it because he subscribes to their YouTube channel. He also subscribes to Bernie Sanders, which that doesn't surprise me. He might want to start thinking about the Fifth Amendment of the Constitution right about now because he's probably going to need it. You may not reverse engineer or attempt to extract or otherwise use source code or other data from EA services unless expressly authorized by EA or permitted by law. Once again, located in the U.S., so scratch permitted by law. EA or its licensors own and reserve all other rights, including all right, title, and interest into the EA services and associated intellectual proprietary property rights. Now, I'm not a lawyer and I'm not a spokesperson for EA. I'm simply reading it as it's printed on the paper. Now, this looks real freaking fishy. Okay, so over on that coffee table, I got 2 flash drives that I picked up today at CVS with my credit card. Okay, y'all can track that. It'll be a pending transaction for a couple days. Cost me about $43 after sales tax. All right, one of them is going to EA. One of them is going to the FBI. I am not a lawyer. I am not a police officer. I am simply gathering the evidence and making my own interpretations. So at this point, I think I need to engage in levels of support that are above my own with people who understand this stuff better than me and know the law. I am being harassed by these players. They are menacing me by stalking. They are in violation of Ohio law, regardless of all else, which is a violation of the end user license agreement. In addition to that, I've learned since 2007 of players selling off their accounts in Dark Age of Camelot. In fact, some of my guildies in Discord the other day when I first joined Shadow Brothers in Alb were talking about it over in the UK. Okay. Wait. You are not allowed to sell, buy, share, trade, or otherwise transfer or offer to transfer your EA account any personal access to EA services or any EA content associated with your EA account, including EA virtual currency and other entitlements, either within an EA service or on a third-party website or in connection with any out-of-game transaction unless expressly authorized by EA. And that's been going on since 2007. EA bought Mythic out in 2006. So I'm pretty sure I know when I go to the loading screen, it still shows the copyright symbol next to Electronic Arts and not Broadsword. So I'm not sure who's all involved in this. Like I said, whatever level of investigation needs to be done, we clearly have an illegal issue here. So I'm going to go ahead and get this stuff in the mail. And by the time you guys are seeing this video uploaded on YouTube, I've already driven to the post office and mailed them out. So I'm going to go ahead and end the video. Yemil, you might want to go get a lawyer. And some of the people linked to Yemil might want to go get a lawyer, like Nate Professional Gamer, Nate Brunner, okay, who claims to be from Texas, but has himself being recorded driving a Jeep, supposedly. I want to know who recorded the video. I don't know. I don't care. But I can see that federal laws are possibly being broken here. It does look that way. And I think that's what we need to do is start getting a federal look at this. So we are clear on things as I finish out the video. What is copyright infringement a felony? And let's see what we get. Yes! Felony penalties for copyright infringement can include up to 5 years of imprisonment and up to $250,000 in fines in the most extreme cases, though they are rarely applied. Okay. You can also be sentenced for up to 10 years, according to this article, for a felony conviction or for second offenses, up to 5 years if the offense involves 10 copies value greater. Also, they got some pretty good definitions on here. What is the maximum? Let's see. That's from Purdue University, so that might not even be accurate. It's also got a fine of ours. Okay. So I got all kinds of different results. The important thing here is, yes, it is a felony. Felonies come with mandatory prison time. Yemil, you can act like a sociopath all you want. Two things are going to happen. You're either going to a hospital where you need to get psychiatric help, or you're going to jail. Either way. Because you're linked to somebody who is definitely appearing to be in danger of committing copyright infringement. And that might be why we're running into so many problems with hacks over on Wayne in the actual official servers. Okay. It could be. I don't know. All I know is I'm not the one breaking the law. Take care, guys. Thanks for watching.